What if Deku was Dr. Eggman? Retrieval of Omega. As we go to Camo and Sting, who are currently outside of the UA building. So this is UA. Looks like they got some tough security. Nothing that I can't get through, though. Don't underestimate the heroes, Sting says. After all, we have two different tasks. You find out what the heroes are up to. And for me, retrieving Omega. Why are you retrieving one of the doctor's robots? It's his orders. You don't have to follow his orders, you know. As Sting glares at Camo, remember your place. You are part of the Egg Bosses. You were given this title by Eggman. Start following and listening to him more. I don't care what he did to make you angry, but you must follow his rules. As he unsheathes a blade on his arm, do I make myself clear? I don't care if you're part of the inner circle or not. I owe a debt to Eggman. You betray him. He puts the blade to, his throat as he just slides it. You're dead. As the blade was inches away from his throat. Now, how are we going to get in there? They got some high tech, but we could easily get in without being noticed. But which method? We could use our quirk of stealth to easily get over the gates without detection. And because we're both cold-blooded, mutation-type quirks will be undetected by thermal. That is true, but they also have motion sensor cameras. They most likely have motion sensor lasers among the property as well. They're most likely deactivated during the day, though. Then the coast is clear, and we can go in then, if they're deactivated now. Very well. I'll make my way to the main campus building and spy on the heroes. I'm going to retrieve the doctor's robot. As Sting goes invisible with cloaking tech. As Camo takes a ninja stance before vanishing. We go to the support course, where Power Loader is currently running tests on Omega's head, as it was retrieved after Omega's main body was destroyed by Tokiyami going in a rampage. You surely have a lot of high tech. It's gonna take a lot more decryption to find out what your main programming is. I haven't have any luck on unlocking any of that secret data that's in your head. Only if I had a better clue on who made you. Maybe I would have a better luck trying to decrypt all these messages. As Power Lord rubs his eyes, whoever made you has been making all those other machines. But they've been shut down, which removes all their data. I demand you release me at once. That's not going to happen. I need to gather data, and it seems all data gets erased once the machine's destroyed. You're the only one still operable, so I'm trying to get as much data off you to reveal that Eggman's location. As he's currently about to grab a torch, as then he gets a call. Power Loader, please come to the meeting. Us heroes are currently having a meeting. Very well. Well, I guess this will have to wait, as he puts the torch down, and then leaves. As then Sting comes in the room. It seems like you're doing well, Omega. I demand you release me at once. Then I shall obliterate this facility. With your body gone like that, I don't think you'll be doing anything of the sort. But don't worry, as he unsheathes a blade again, as he starts to basically cut the locks of the door where Omega's in, just a bit more. As then he hears footsteps, Then he just backs away before going completely camouflaged, invisible to the naked eye. As Power Loader had come back, forgot something. As he looks around, as Omega is just glaring him through the see-through glass. Thought I sensed something. Yeah. He simply grabs a hard drive before leaving. As Sting uncamouflages, alright, that was close. Omega, did he get any files off your hardware? Negative, he did not get anything of importance. No base data, no nothing. Nothing about the plans of Dr. Eggman. No plans have been extracted from Omega's main hard drive. Well, that's good at least. Now let's get you out of there, as he swings his tail, breaking the door. As he goes in there and grabs Omega's head, now be quiet as I get you out of here. As he would leave with Omega, we go to the heroes, who are currently having a meeting. Thank you all for coming. As Endeavor would say, why is he here? As he points at Sonic. Well, technically he is a hero and he helped defeat All for One. In the fight where they went to free Bakugo, Sonic had helped All Might defeat All for One, so All Might still has his buff form in this. And with that, we leave to our only two options of the villain groups that are out there. This Eggman fellow, as it shows an image of Dr. Eggman, and the League of Villains that are still out there. Currently, this Dr. Eggman had went into hiding after the training camp arc, so he's most likely already way off radar, unlike the LOV, who just recently went missing and off radar. Our best priority is to track down the LOV at this point. As Aizawa says, I would like to voice my opinion here, Nezu. But shouldn't we focus on the one that has creating machines? The thing is, we have no way of knowing who's making these machines. He could be the mastermind, or it could be someone else. We have no idea of where his location or base is. Where we have an idea about the LOV, at least they're in Japan. And from our radars, most of these robots come from overseas, so he most likely doesn't even have his base in Japan. He could have a base somewhere else out of jurisdiction of our radar, which means none of you could go and attack him, as he most likely doesn't have a base in our country. If that is the case, we would need to take this up with the Global Hero Safety Commission. And that takes time. Why can't I just go find him? I guarantee I can search around and probably find his base, Sonic says. Well, we should focus on the matter at hand, which is the LOV. As Power Loader would walk in the room. You called me? Yes, Power Loader. Have you gotten any useful information off that robot? Unfortunately not. His hard drive is way advanced. Like every other robot, the data is either erased upon destruction or shut down. We did manage to bring in this robot Omega, but his files are deeply encrypted. I've managed to uncipher some things, but it's names. Names? Yes. I only managed to encrypt two. Neo and Sting. As another thing, Neo and Sting. Did any of you know of anyone named Neo or Sting? Don't think I have, Sonic says. No? Endeavor says no. Maybe, All Might says. As Nezu and everyone else looks at All Might. I can't be for certain, but there was someone among the ruler of the seas group known as Neo. I heard him mention it, but that was years ago. Then Aizawa comes up with a theory. Are you saying that someone that worked with the ruler of the sea, is now working with Eggman. It's a possibility, although I could be wrong and it's an entirely different person. But I've only heard that name once. This doesn't give us any information to confirm this theory, unfortunately. Well, at least we know two names of this Robotnik or Eggman fellow. They must be allies. They wouldn't be saved in a robot that'd be tossed away like that. Possibly. But we should still keep an eye out in case. Do we know if any of them are in Japan? We'll do a database search on all the names that was sent. Do you have anything else encrypted? Everything else is either glitched up or was being deleted at the time of extracting the information. Unfortunately, those were the only two names. We'll send them through our database. Maybe we can get something. But we know they're probably allies of this Eggman. And don't forget, he has the Chaos Emeralds, or at least most of them. And the Master Emerald. What is the Master Emerald? It's a item of great power. It basically can shut down the Chaos Emeralds, which are a form of energy, as he would go on and explain about the Master Emerald and the Chaos Emeralds, as they are shocked about the power. Now this is all being recorded and watched by Camo, as he has one eye watching in the room at all time. So, this Master Emerald is an ancient artifact. Good to know. I'll at least have to monitor them at least a little longer. As then suddenly he began communication. What is it? I've retrieved Omega. I'm currently heading back. Anything on your end? They've uncovered your name as Sting, and they've also uncovered Neo's name. But that's all they've managed to uncover from Omega. I think Dr. Eggman will be at least pleased, but this may anger him. I'll give the report back to him as soon as I leave. I'll keep observing. As we would go to Dr. Eggman, who's currently in his lab. A good fresh coffee. As he's drinking a cup of coffee. Orbot. Yes, sir. Status report on all the Egg Boss's locations. Yes, sir. The Pronghorn sisters are currently in the training facility, along with Ellie. Yes. How are her prosthetic limbs doing? They are operating at 100%, sir, although her intelligence is surprisingly through the roof. As this intrigues Deku. What do you mean? Her knowledge of aquatic machinery is vast and high, more than what we had predicted. This could very well help with ideas of underwater operations for you. As he would stroke his mustache. You're right. This could as well help me with underwater facilities. Save some of those ideas, and make sure to salvage any type of aquatic bases we've had in the past. Yes, sir. Now everyone else. Currently Sting, Camo, Jester, Jack, and Hazel are currently all in Japan. Japan, you say? Yes. As you sent them on severe missions. Yes, I remember. I sent Sting to retrieve Omega, Camo to spy on UA, Hazel to do that special task, and of course Jack's running the business that I started up a few years back and makes a lot of my profit. And then there's Jester, who's doing his show. What about the rest? Currently Neo is with Cole and Griff, which are currently working on an attack strategy for Japan. What about Emerald? Emerald, yes. Emerald is currently preparing some robots. That's good. So we're equally divided the forces, half of them here and half of them in Japan. When we strike, it will be a slaughter. But we still need All for One. As this surprises Orbot, what do you mean, sir? For my plan to work, we unfortunately need to break out the All for One from prison. Why do we need to break him out, sir? Won't he be in your way? Yes, but he's a necessary part of my plan. So unfortunately, I do need to break him out. Bring Sarah here immediately. I will send the message to her immediately, and she'll come to your office. Good work. Now, what else? Where's Metal Sonic currently? Metal Sonic? Apparently, he had gathered the remains of Mechasonic Mark II. What? I thought he was sent to a scrapyard after being destroyed by that Sonic. He was, but apparently Metal Sonic went to retrieve his parts. Why is he rebuilding Mechasonic Mark II? Although it doesn't seem like he's rebuilding him, it's more that he just brought you the pieces, sir. Very well. I guess I need to wait for any other news to appear. Sir, you might want to look at the news right now from Japan. What could it be? Put it on. As the news of the Hero Safety Commission building would appear. We're here from the Hero Safety Commission building, where currently the Hero Safety Commission president had just been assassinated. Yes, you're hearing this right. The Hero Safety Commission president has just been assassinated. They're still trying to find the killer of who did this. But unfortunately, we have no clues. It seemed to have been a clear kill, and no evidence was left behind. The heroes are still searching and gathering evidence. If anything is found out, I am willing to tell you. As the news gets paused. It seems Hazel did her job masterfully. Killing the Hero Safety Commission president will gather the just right enough amount of time for the first stage of my plan to begin. As then Sarah went out of the room. You called for me, Dr. Robotnik? Ah, yes. Sarah. Listen very carefully. I have a very special task for you. Now, you will have one other person accompanying you. Wasp, which is the big giant robot that was one of the Yakuza's overhaul's men before being turned into a basically roboticized robot. What would that be, sir? You will break out All for One from Tartarus, the prison, with Wasp's help on this specific day, which is the day the heroes would attack Shigaraki. Do you understand? Yes, sir. Good. You may be dismissed. As she would walk out. Things aren't going all according to plan, but they're going smoothly at least. Sir, you're getting a call from Sting. He's currently heading to one of our shuttles on the coast of Japan. Put him on screen immediately. Yes, sir. As he powers on the screen. As Sting appears. Eggman, sir. What do you have to report? I currently have retrieved Omega's head. Put me back together so I can destroy. At least you have the E-Series robot put together. Very good. Bring his head back and I will repair his body immediately. The remaining E-Series robots will be joining you on the attack. What do you mean, sir? A little bit of change of plans. Currently, I have someone else going to break out All for One. I need you to accompany them. Who are you sending? Is it another Egg Boss? No, it's a roboticized person, Sarah. Her and Wasp, another roboticized person, will be breaking out. All for one. You will be going as well to make sure the job gets done. I don't need failure on this job. Do I make myself clear? Yes, sir. Oh, I do need to report this. What is it? Currently, 2 names had been discovered. My name and Neo's. They were the only things that was decrypted off Omega. As Eggman Deku messes with his mustache. That is troublesome news. But I deleted y'all's records, so they should not find anything about you two. And your name is merely a code name that you go by. You don't go by your real name anymore. But there's nothing else I can do. Again, just continue with the orders I've given you. I'll send any more orders if needed. Have a machine or something send Omega's head to my facility. Yes, sir. As the call ends. Okay. This next part of the plan is the most difficult. Have the Pronghorn sisters, Ellie, Neo, meet. They'll need to discuss battle plans. Are you sure? Yes. They are currently a part of my strike force that hits Japan first. So, they will need to strategize together. And I would love to put my own plan into the attack. But my plan is already underway. I'll let them plan the attack. But the real plan is already underway. Send the order for them to meet. Yes, sir. And that is the end of What If Deku was Dr. Eggman? The Retrieval of Omega. Make sure to like and subscribe for more.